Yeah, we're live. Tonight we're going to talk to you. I'm sure you guys have heard Ken Hackathon dropped the gauntlet. And it's something we've been saying for a while. So we're going to piggyback on Ken, who piggybacked on us, and then somebody piggyback and I guess I should say pause right now.
Yeah,
Weapon mounted
definitely.
lights, overrated or necessary?
Yeah,
Pause.
yeah, definitely pause. All right, we're back, guys,
Here we
and
go.
we're here, and we are live. I just got through checking the feeds. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on the Mighty Rumble, and we would have been live on Instagram on my channel tonight, but Instagram is blocking my live streams, so I can't even go live on my cell phone even. So the man is coming after me. You know what I'm saying? I am public enemy number one on the internet. And so with that's happening, you guys like, share the stream. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on Rumble. And Rumble is our primary channel. And everybody who's watching on Rumble, please, thank you. Thank you. And we see a lot of you guys also watching on YouTube. We got a couple of people just came in just minutes ago. WK, how you doing, my man? And appreciate you supporting the show. And P Walker, she's back. Good evening. How you doing?
How you doing? Good evening.
And thank you for supporting the show. And I need to pull up my Rumble channel. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and thank these dirty, nasty sponsors. You know what I'm saying? There you go out.
Yep. So, first off, what we're aligned with right now is Right to Bear, and Right to Bear is a protection plan. So, a protection plan is something that will cover you whether you use a firearm or bare hands, if you hit somebody in the head with a rock, in self-defense of your life or a loved one. So they will protect you. If you use our code SABRE, you get a discount, $2 off for a month for the whole year. Or whatever you decide to sign up. I think they have a 3-year plan as well.
Yeah, if you sign
So
up,
use that.
I also
and look
found
into it.
if you sign up,
we've talked about it extensively over here.
yeah, if you sign up for a year, you end up
Right.
saving.
I was giving a bridge version.
Oh, okay.
Right. You save a lot. But yeah, I mean, it is. We've we stand behind it. If you know us, you know we're not gonna throw money out the window. Well, guy upstairs likes to buy.
Come on.
Come on. Educated purchases.
I'm buying.
Always educated purchases.
I'm buying.
It's always a need, right? It's always a need.
Yeah, it's for the when hell breaks
investments.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go. Right. So, but yeah, it's a great plan. If you want more information, you go to the website, or you can reach out to one of us, and we'll give you more details in it. I mean, we talked about. Look at any of the shows. First 5 minutes, we talk about it extensively. We're behind them. They're behind us. Pause. And we really it's just going to be one of them nights. And we really believe it. I mean, we watched it. We see it. We did the reviews, and it is what it is.
Yeah, they don't ask for money back if you're convicted, and they're going to support you 100%, and no questions asked if you're guilty or innocent. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to give you the best that you can, and the lawyer's going to show up the night that you have the incident. Bail you out. I mean, it's getting redundant at this point. They're the best. Go with it.
Yeah, and you don't have to. You can even knock somebody out with a ball peen hammer, and they still defend you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what other company is going to do that? The ones with the U is not going to do that. You hit somebody with a ball peen hammer, and they're like, you're on your own. You know what I'm saying?
There's one that they want their money back.
Yeah.
If you lose.
Yeah.
Imagine losing a case because of technicality, and then
Mm-hmm.
you wind up having to pay the money back. That's ridiculous.
Right.
It's gonna easy 10 grand, more like
Mm-hmm.
20, but I'm gonna be low and say 10.
Yeah.
Easy 10 grand.
It can break you.
Yep.
Yeah, and then once they drop you because you just got a technicality convicted, now you got to worry about these clowns who you defending yourself against their family. Now they're going to sue you and take your house.
See,
So you,
every time as more you keep talking, the more it's gonna come up. Look, they give you a gun. If your gun, when your gun will be taken for evidence, they give you
hmm
another one. They
yeah,
provide another one, and they really, they you'll see. Hopefully, you
yeah,
never see. But if you do the research, you'll see they don't come back and look for it. They don't
right,
want it back.
yeah,
It's yours. It's
yeah,
part of your fees, part of being a part of the team,
right,
and they'll take care of you.
yep,
And that's the crazy. I mean, the more you talk psychological help, nightmares or whatever is going to happen
yeah,
into the future, you have counseling.
mm-hmm,
It's a great plan. Dude,
yeah,
winds up with dealing with the code saver. You wind up saving it's $10 a month.
mm-hmm,
$10 a month.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Can't beat that.
$10 a
Most of
month.
you guys blow that on wine and hookers. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, just telling the truth, man. Hey,
Hmm.
P3 Tactical. Thank you for stopping by, my man. Appreciate you coming by. Omar just joined. Oh, there he is. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Is he ready?
Got him.
He's blinking. All right, we brought you in, Omar. There you
All right,
are.
cool. Cool.
All
You
right,
hear me?
cool. Yeah, we hear you fine.
All right, cool. All right.
Um, so let's go into classes, guys. Click on that class. Go to saberteamtactical.com. Click on classes. And
Hmm.
go ahead, Al.
And any of the titles we're bringing out for you, but our mainstay is one-on-one training. You get one-on-one training for the same price that you would get if you showed up at a class with 20 people. But in this class, one-on-one, we give you undivided attention, and we will make sure that we get you to where you need to be. If you're beginner, our goal is to move towards it intermediate. We won't start you if you're intermediate. We're not going to go back to this as a site. That we'll watch you, do an assessment, and we move from your abilities right there, and we push you from there. So that's the thing about us. That we're going to pay attention to you. We're not going to just tell you what we think you need. We're going to watch, see, and then make an assessment and move from there. That's how we work. All three of us. The next thing is any of these classes, again, we could bring them out for a small group or we could bring them out for individual. The first class of the year is actually not going to be August, it'll be in July. And just slide it down. Thank you much. That July 14th, that's the first one. That's rifle and PCC class. That's how you learn to run your rifle like a pistol, fast and accurate. The guy up the top will run that, and he'll show you how to do that. He's pretty good. Go to any. What else meets you used to go to? What was that place you used to go to?
Who?
You remember? I can't remember
Oh,
his
I
name.
used to shoot a U.S. Arms. I was one of the founders
Mm-hmm.
with U.S. Arms. Helped
Yep.
them out and started it. And
Ask those guys
yeah,
how much they like him.
yeah,
I
and
remember. I remember hearing. I remember hearing it from guys when you weren't around, which was even better because I was laughing my ass like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yes, I agree. There he is. Yes, he is. But again, so our next class after that, go back up, there's that August 25th class. And that will be conceal carry, stop the bleed. Our conceal carry and anything dealing with stop the bleed is a class that everyone should take. You learn the triage and you learn how to stop bleeding. Not necessarily for gunshot wounds, but also for any trauma that any person that's around you may that you decide to help, whether it's a family member or a total stranger. At this point now, you'll be more confident to actually get down and get dirty or get wet. Pause. Damn, it's gonna be one of the nights, bro. You did this. You jinxed me.
oh
So we work
man,
tourniquets and we work Israeli gauzes and we pack all of that in this class, and that will lead us to the next one. Go down. That leads us to rifle and tactical gear class. That will be the end. But the stop the bleed medical class, you cannot get this experience anywhere. If you look at this picture that's on the website, you'll see smoke there. We pop smoke. We try to get chaos, and it gets as chaotic as possible. But at the same time, the guy at the top is holding the string, so we don't get out of control. Right? You get a little chaos, get you confused. We want you to think about it. We want you to work within the team. If you come together with a bunch of guys that you know, then you guys work together as a team. If you come together and there's people you just meet there, we've seen it. Guys come together and they actually work together and they get it together. They get it done under stress. Under stress, and that's the key. You can't do that anywhere else, and until it really happens, and hopefully it never does. But shit happens all the time. So the next one is rifle and tactical gear class. You have to be an intermediate. Come out with us prior to this class. We'll get you to intermediate at least. Be able to run your gun, and if anything goes wrong, you're able to contain that error outside of a catastrophic situation. But anything that goes wrong, a stoppage or anything like that, you can clear it and keep it going. And that's what we're looking for. Because this is not a marksmanship class. This is a tactical gear and training class. It's a lot of movement, a lot of thinking, and you can't have no brain farts. You can't pause. You can't stop. Some people call ceasefire when they have like a $10,000 watch on and it's about to fall on the ground. But that's somewhat understandable. And that's our classes for the year.
Yep. And we got something coming up here soon. Saber Team Tat.
April 25th. I'm trying to work this IG thing over here too.
Oh, you got
April
it. I got it.
21st, we'll be out of South River Gun Club. And as I said last week, this is a cheap way for you to come out and work with us because it's $30 and everybody's allowed to come. $30, and we're going to run rifles only. Bring your rifle out. And you can use, Al always says, you can use 22 rifle, 22 long rifle, you have a conversion kit.
Yep.
If you have, what's that one? The Smith & Wesson version is like an MP22, any AR type 22, semi-automatic.
I might bring one of my 5.7s out, carbines out. Yeah.
And your gun when you shoot it says dollar.
No, 47 cents. 47 cents.
So
300 rounds is not bad.
Right. Okay. But if you have a semi-automatic in an AR configuration, don't bring out your 1022 Pappy's gun. You got to have it in an AR configuration.
Or semi-automatic. Don't bring out a bolt gun.
Well, no, a semi-automatic. So would you? I told him no, but I'll call him back. He was thinking about his 1022.
Oh, you can bring that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had 1022s ran on the range.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not the magazine changes.
You gotta have you better have enough magazines.
Okay. See.
You better have the magazine requirement, and then some. You know what I'm saying? So don't come out there with two magazines.
They have 25 round magazines for them now, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're not streamlined like the AR as far as magazine exchanges. But
you can be. You better be, or that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna push you just as hard.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But we'll be out there all day. So bring a snack, bring water. There's plenty of seating, but if you want to be more comfortable, bring one of your lawn chairs or one of those whatever they call now, those folding chairs with the little cross in the middle. Bring one of those. Stadium chair, whatever it's called. Yep. And we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and we're gonna bring you guys through some scenarios. We're gonna be going from 10 a.m. to about 5, so you're gonna be good and tired, and so you're gonna have a lot of fun though.
Yeah,
so,
300 rounds.
Yeah, 300 rounds. Hey, I see. I see WK over on Rumble and 702 on Rumble too, and appreciate you guys being over there. And last but not least, click on the laser engraving. Pat, I'm probably gonna change this video out on these patches one of these days and some of these pictures. But I do plaques, dog tags, magazines, some novelty items. I'm gonna put some of the other novelty items up here.
Yeah, I was saying there's a lot more than what showing.
Yeah, and I might end up changing this out. And just hit me up if you got something you want made. saberteamtactical@gmail.com. I got a show coming up in April at Jim Miller Park here in Cobb. My wife keep telling me to look at the calendar and look at the dates. I keep forgetting, but I'll have it when it gets close to it. So I'll be out there for 2 days. I have a booth set up, huge booth. Let's see, that's about it. Let's set up the Omar. He came in, and He's looking a little low. We put him in the middle there.
Yeah, whoops. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah,
There
there
you
he
go.
is.
That's it.
He's moving himself around. All
That's
right,
it.
there we go, guys. Everybody's been talking about this
Mm-hmm.
weapon mounted lights. But before we go into this, let's go back 3 years, Al,
There we go.
and
Time
talk.
machine.
Let's go into this time machine and talk about what we said 3 years ago.
Pulling the tape.
Damn.
Pulling the tape.
Also, you have to pay attention to if you keep the light on, it's now marked your position as to where you are.
Right.
So now you want to make sure that the light's on and off as you move. That, as I said earlier, it takes practice. The other thing that for new people you have to pay attention, because I know the lights look really cool on the guns, and now you have a little bit extra weight. So you have to get out there and practice with that a light attached to the gun in order to figure out where you want it before an incident, a critical incident occurs. If you put it on the gun and you never train with it, you never practice with it, now all of a sudden you need it in real life, you're in up shit's creek.
And another thing, don't put a laser on your gun. I mean, you end up chasing the laser.
Lasers are slow. For
Yeah.
all new people and people who have not experienced, lasers are slow. And if you don't believe that lasers are slow, come see me, come find me, and I'll show you. Bring your laser, and I'll show you how faster you are without the laser than with the laser.
And guys, don't be putting these IR lights on your
been saying it for a
rifles
long
because you're
time.
not calling in an airstrike. It's not happening.
But it's so cool.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
It's
It makes
tactical, man. Oh,
it makes the rifle heavy. So just strip it down. Don't put anything on it. We've been shooting without flashlights for decades,
Yep.
centuries. You know, so
we're centuries old too.
Yeah.
So combined.
Right.
But when you look at it, you have to understand what your project is. What is your goal? What are you doing? Why are you putting this light on there? What is the purpose for the light? Anything that you put on your gun, for that matter, has to have a purpose.
Yeah.
And if you're just putting it on because it looks good, and you don't train with it, you don't practice with it, it's
but you
not
want to
gonna
take some cool
Right.
Instagram pictures and
Now,
stuff
see?
and video.
That works. And it also holsters.
So there you go, guys. There you go. So we said this 3 years ago about weapon mounted lights, and we had every Call of Duty
Oh.
guy in the known region area of Georgia saying we're going to get somebody killed because we don't advocate weapon mounted lights. Now, I tried to say, how is equipment varies against tactics? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any logical sense. But every single newbie out here right now that's buying their first time gun, I'm seeing it all over Reddit. I'm seeing it all over the internet. I'm seeing it when you go to the indoor ranges and stuff. Everybody has a flashlight on their guns,
Yep.
you know? And it's ridiculous. You know? I say this is my philosophy. Don't put the flashlight, but put an RMR on your gun. That is more legitimate. That you can use that more purposely than a flashlight. You're not even using that flashlight. Most of you guys have those flashlights on your gun. You don't check the batteries. You know, you don't recharge the batteries. You don't check and see if your lens is broke. You probably don't test it. And you guys don't even train with these things. If you train with them, you'll have it on in the range every time you're shooting, but you don't.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the thing that we were talking about before. I've had incidents of opportunities in training to tell guys when they first come out, hey, you got a weapon mounted light. Every time we do a drill, light on, light off when you don't need it. I said, it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you when to do it. I'm not gonna say, but I want you to see how this is because some of these guys had never, like you said, never trained with it. And in this one group, there were 5 guys total, and 3 had weapon mounted lights, and only one guy of the 3 did it every time. He was a little bit more aware and cognizant than the other ones. The other 2, one guy had a little attitude about it because he was pretty much saying it's unfair and what difference does it make. And I was explaining, okay, daytime you're right, you can get away with it, but at nighttime you just now have a big illumination around you because right on your hip where it tells everybody where you are. The third guy actually said, and he put it in it's on one of these testimonies that we have, made him rethink his
Reevaluate
putting a light,
himself.
reevaluate. Thank you,
Yeah.
reevaluate his use of a weapons mounted light and his rifle and pistol, because he
Mm-hmm.
said he needs to either train with it more till it becomes second nature, or get rid of it, because it was one of those things where even with the rifle, he came down low ready, and the gun is just, I mean, the light's pointing at his right in front of his feet, and then
Right.
I just walk up and say, "Your light's still on." And he's like, and mind you, I'm not going after them each and every time. There was a couple times when I saw the light was on, didn't say anything, but I wanted to see if they would, come through. Next thing you know, did it again. And at that point, I had to, let him know, like, look down. And then it was shocking, because imagine nighttime and you really engage in some critical incident. And as you're dealing with that, you have the beam on. And there's one classic one where the guy was in a pizza parlor. It was daytime, and he turned the light on for whatever reason. Probably a training scar, because now he wants to make sure he doesn't not turn the light on. So he turns the
Mm-hmm.
light on in the daytime. Bad guy was trying to rob the pizza place. He goes and engages that guy. The guy runs past him, runs out the store. He's standing there talking to the people. He's jacked up, and the light's still on the whole time. And you watch the video, you see him everywhere he moves, the light's on. There's just a little cone of light hitting the ground wherever he moves, and,
Yeah.
and, and that's on YouTube somewhere. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Like WK said, there's a reason why we're talking about this, guys, and it's going to be up in the next comment. Once again, if you can't shoot stock, put it back in the box. Don't need a flashlight on
On
a
the pistol.
pistol.
On a pistol.
Right.
Yeah.
Then 702, this is the reason why it's coming up. Because he had to call her, whatever his freaking name is, the board.
Hackathon.
Ken
And,
Hacker.
and according to Ken Hackathon, civilians don't need pistol mounted lights. They don't.
Right.
Even special, and this is the funny part about it, because they have been several modern day guys who've been on deployment from special forces who have fought in Afghanistan and Iraq, and all these guys are saying, no, you don't need them as a civilian on your guns. And these clowns are arguing with these guys like they know more than they do. And these guys got more trigger time than these guys do, actually engaging bad guys with night vision on. I don't understand how somebody who's a Call of Duty person
That's
plays
exactly what
games
it is.
sitting up here arguing with a special forces dude, or even these, and nowadays you got the Delta Force guys are getting on the internet and starting to talk about some of their missions and stuff without giving up classified stuff.
Right.
And they're going through the same thing where these guys are sitting up here trying to argue with them about what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of these guys discount the person that's speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've never done it. They've never done it. They've never been in the military. They've never been in law enforcement. They've never been in a critical incident. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, and I usually don't do this, but at this point, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Because until you're there, you don't know. You don't know.
Right.
So if I have a weapon mounted light on, and they always tell me it's for identification purposes, or you're just gonna shoot somebody in the night. Well, if you're identifying them, you're pointing the gun at them at this point. See, so if you're pointing the gun at them, and depending on where you are, what state you're in, now you're actually either you're menacing somebody, or it's an assault.
That's
Because you're
aggravated
threatening
assault, which
You're
is
threatening them.
a Class B felony
See,
in most states. You will lose your gun rights regardless. Right
So-
after that.
my point is, if you're pointing it to identify the person, right? That's the first part, that you're pointing a gun at somebody with a light attached to it, and now that person turns out not to be the person you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's the one. Then the second one is, it is the person that you're looking for. You're in the search mode. So I turn the light on to see what's going on, and I'm going back and forth at least a half a second in time.
But why am me as a concealed carry person just went to an offensive posture? Why am I searching for somebody to shoot?
You shouldn't be.
Right.
And here's another one. Here's another one that I used to tell guys, even officers that were rookies of mine. If you come home and you're outside your home, don't go inside and search it. I don't give a damn what oath you took. At this point, you're by yourself. You're outside, right? You hear glass breaking while you're sleeping and you're in your home. By all means, defend yourself. But if you're outside, there's no need for you to go inside. There's property, right? That's the first thing. And they're in there already, and you don't know exactly where they are. So
Not unless
this
there's a loved one inside. That's a different
exactly that's
story.
different. I
Right.
didn't say that. I'm saying you come home and it's an empty house. It's
Yeah,
just a
there's an empty
box with your
house.
stuff
Yeah.
in it. That's all the house
Right.
is. It's a box with your stuff in it.
Mhm.
And at this point, there's no need for you to risk your life in it. Get the real. If you're not a police officer or you don't have that skill set, get the ones that do have that skill set. The
Yeah.
guys that do this every day, that's responsible for that. That if they come in the house, they got a government back them up if they shoot the wrong guy. If the guy, the next door neighbor showed up and just, oh, I thought this was my house. Let the cops deal with that. Let him deal with it. Right?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
you all the way at the other end, you go in there. We've already discussed this. You got a plan, right? Somebody don't belong. There's no trespassing. There's no get out.
Nah, I don't need to ID you at that point.
Right.
Yeah. I know it's just me and my wife here. So if
See?
anybody else is downstairs, boom, you're done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody else has a key to my house. You're not coming in. I got my house, it's got cameras, it's got security systems here. I got special locks. So if you're in my house, when I'm in my house, it's game on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going from 1 to 1,000 in a couple of seconds, and I'll worry about the rest. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
P3 said that comes down to people saying they have to identify the target.
Right.
Yeah, but if they have to identify the target, that means they're in a situation where they shouldn't be in. And because we all carry, the law allows us to carry firearms for self-defense, not self-offense.
Right.
Okay? So if you're at night, you're pumping gas, there's lights. You're walking down the streets, there's lights. You're in a building at night, there's lights. You know, so I don't understand why people say they need to PID a target when you're not going to be in an area where it's pitch black, no moon, no nothing, unless you're out in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a whole different ball game. If you're
But even then, even out in the
even
country,
then, you don't have to-
you have moonlight. You have light from the
Yes,
from the
yeah.
skies.
I was gonna say.
Right. And any type of local light will help.
Right.
So those are options. The other thing is, and I don't have one of these, but this is what I did my little research. People who have red dots attached to their pistols, when you turn the light on, there's some washout of the red dot, but depending on how high your lumens are coming out of your flashlight, right in front of it. Now, this is what I read. I don't have one. I haven't been able to test it, but I would imagine, based on just physics and science, that if a white source of light is here, right, it's beamed in that direction. It has to illuminate right in front of you. So the same way guys complain about certain sites not working in the daytime, it's the same thing.
Let me break down the flashlight.
Go ahead.
If you have a 250 lumen flashlight or below, it won't wash your night vision out.
But you can't see nothing downrange neither.
Right. But hold on. I said 250 below.
Right.
The average flashlight lume that everybody wants in their light is 1,000 plus. Guess what happens when you turn that 1,000 plus on? You only see your front sight, unless you're looking at the target and not looking at your front sight. So if you're PIDing, you're not looking at your sights. Okay. So then now when you transition from the target back to your sights, you just washed out your night vision. It's done.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
on that same note, think about this, what you just said, because I'm looking at some of the comments coming up, and one of the things that intermittent ability, right? But then if you do that, guess what? You're going to experience the same flash. It's like a light bulb effect, or not light bulb, but the flash effect on a camera. You're going to get the same effect just because you're behind and it's going that direction. If it's totally dark and it's light and then off, your eyes are going to
And you
open
just
and
jack
close.
your eyes for,
Right, you're
for at
gonna
least
do the same thing
for at
opposite
least 2 or
direction.
3 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, you just jack your eyes. Yeah,
That's why.
even if you blipping it, you're gonna jack.
Mhm.
You just jack your eyes.
All right, I'm gonna throw this one out there before because he Omar rearing up. I'm gonna throw this one out there. This one was brought to me, and he knows who I had this discussion with. I'm gonna call it a discussion. Most national instructors recommend that everyone has a flashlight on every gun that they carry, but we don't. Why not?
It's a waste of money on my part. When I can just,
No,
I
I
can just,
have them. I have them.
I
I
don't
have
have
them.
flashlights on
I
my
have an
gun, but
Enforce, and I have
I can just go buy one flashlight,
Surefire,
and I'm good to go.
and I got plenty of those.
And it goes from every single gun.
Yeah, I have those.
There's always in your pocket.
Yeah, or it's strapped on my belt. Yeah, I had belt hooks. This is my bigger one. I take was when I'm sitting around the house, but I have a smaller one too. So,
No.
but
A lot of the times it's who is it? What flashlight is it they're telling you to put on the gun?
it's always the high Streamlight or whoever made the latest and the greatest, and it's gonna be 900 to 800 looms.
And
Guaranteed.
it's
Well, I hear what Omar's saying. He's like, that's my point. Is some of these guys have sponsorship through these different light companies, so they're gonna push you to get those lights.
Yeah,
Right? So
I mean-
Omar checked it private, but that is what they do because they're trying to make money. So when they make money, they're gonna say, hey.
It's
Buy
all
this
about-
light, buy Surefire,
yeah.
buy Streamlight,
right.
buy Olight, whatever is out there, and some people just have a disdain against Olight. I don't know. I don't have any of them.
Olight.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one in my pocket is an Olight. Hold on.
Well, you
No,
always
it's
swinging
Power. This is
upstream.
Power Tech.
No.
PowerTech. That's probably made by the same company that made
Yeah,
Olight.
yeah. They all come from China. Just put their names on them.
Right.
Like 702 said, just turn the light switch on.
Right.
If you're in your house, if you're in a dark area that you don't know, just turn the light switch on. If you're at home, I don't need to turn the light. I can turn the lights completely out at my house, and I can maneuver and fight inside this baby because I know my house.
Yep.
I have the tactical advantage at home.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to turn any light on. I don't need nothing. The only light that's going to be illuminating is my muzzle. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's all I need at home. And a lot of guys saying, I need a flashlight to be at home, but you don't need a flashlight to be at home. You should know your home. Israel, what's going on, my man? Also, too, I see Reggie over there on Rumble. Thank you,
Yep.
Reggie. And okay. Israel, another point with weapon mounted lights is that it blinds your assailant as you cannot properly see you. Oh no, that's not true.
No, it's not.
Especially within close range. Not true. Not true, Israel.
Well,
What happens
I think that was
that's good. That's a
Looked
good
like it was
point.
a question though.
Okay, yeah.
I think he was kind of saying that.
Okay, let's go back to it.
Does that work?
Another point, a weapon mounted light.
Look at the
Is
end.
that it blinds the assailants that cannot properly shoot you, especially within close range. Question mark. Okay, there you go. All right, so
That's
We
one of
lost
those
him again.
misnomers, and it's kind of like information that's not been verified, and everybody says that. Surefire, I think, at one time was pushing something similar to that, one of those techniques to kind of push more flashlights to be sold, especially with the anything over I think 500. I don't remember all these specs, but a bright, powerful light hit them in the eye, and it gives you like just a flash, and it disorients you, right? Because you can't see.
right.
Can't see.
So
But go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll just shoot toward the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll just lay down hate in the light direction, and hopefully I'll hit something or the light goes out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ends up happening if you flashing that light and at close range. And if you're at close range, then you just hesitated with the flashlight to we'll leave you over there now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
The
So
internet.
on that same note, remember, and this was one of the things that was brought up in Hackathon's video, and they a lot of folks call them what do you call it? A
FUD. They
FUD,
call him
right?
a FUD.
They were FUD. He's not moving in the modern times. That FBI technique was to hold the
Mm-hmm.
flashlight away from your head, right? So you
Yeah.
really hold it. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, but hold it out arm's length
The
and hold
special
it up.
forces saying hold it way out far.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
Hold it out far, and you
Yeah.
can pay attention and find out what you want. With your search.
I mean,
That's searching. That's searching. That's
Right.
somebody that has
Searching.
the authority to search. That what he was saying is civilians, but most of these civilians think that they're cops until they get locked up.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
if you're searching as a civilian with a gun trying to PID and shoot somebody, you're going to go to jail.
Right.
We just had that happen with the Aubrey case down here in Georgia, where the two guys seeked out and chased the guy down and shot and killed him. They are in prison right now, so you got to be careful about that. We just had, you can't track somebody down and kill them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad you want to, you cannot do it. So P. Walker said,
The dark is your friend.
dark is your friend, which is true. Yeah. So
And the thing about it is, you should take a low light course, and that's what most of the companies you'll see, the big ones. I don't know about the little guys that make up their own ones with the lights, but the big companies, Surefire, what's the Streamlight, you'll hear them say low light because they know it's very rarely that it's pitch black and you can't see anything.
there's going to be some light. It's going to be some ambient light somewhere.
And your eyes are going to adjust unless you have issues with your eyes. If you have some type of ailment or medical situation, you may not be able to see in the dark. But everybody else that has pretty much 2020 or even 20, whatever the next one is,
2050.
2050. Yeah, see, now you might as well just stay inside. Stay
Right.
inside. We'll be back.
Right. Yeah. Take one of those classes. And if you don't want to take a class because they charge too much, find one of these IDPA matches. They have a low light match. Go out there and shoot it.
Yep.
That's all you have to do. Shoot it a couple of times when they have the low light matches and get an understanding and a feel for what you need to do. They will help you because believe me, they don't want to get shot.
Right.
So, and because you're too unsafe, they're just going to throw you off the range. And but you'll have the opportunity to turn your light on, shoot with your light, put rounds on multiple targets in a limited lighted area, and even do a magazine change with your low light area. And a lot of guys
weekly.
A lot of guys with magazine changes forget to turn the lights out. They leave the lights on while they're doing magazine changes.
You see the ceiling being lit up. I've seen it.
This is so funny.
When you're focused on trying to go fast, you forget about the things that you need to do. And that's the thing about reality. In reality, you want to do it as fast as possible, but you also want to be behind cover so that even if you're dangling a light in the air, it's really not as dangerous as it is out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and that light will light you up like a Roman candle. And he's like, there he is right there. Just shoot that light right there. See this fool? You know what I'm saying? And the thing, and saying a lot of you guys, you get these weak lights. What if your target is 20 yards? You think that light is going to loom them up good enough to where you can engage them and see what they have in their hand? If they're shooting at you, you're going to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And
wait a minute. You know, another one I heard too is that guys run out and they get all kind of compensators and muzzle reduction devices on the front so that you don't have a big spark in front of you, right? But now you put a light on the front that goes back to what you were doing, what you were trying to mitigate in the first place.
What?
If you have a
You
got a compensator on it to keep the muzzle flash down, but then you put a light back on it on the front. You might as well just put
it just gave your signature away again.
Right. It's really weird that people don't think about this all the way through, and I understand, and it's the same thing. And by the way, we may have to call Ken and talk to him because we said cool guys
You know him?
first.
You know him?
I took a class from him.
All right, you can call him, man. Set it up.
Look, it sounds like FUD versus FUD. One FUD don't like the other FUD. Uh-oh.
I don't know the motherfucker. You know what I'm
There
saying?
we
It's
go.
like,
Yes,
what the
you
fuck?
that word right there. You describe somebody with that word, I know you don't like him. Oh,
No, I didn't say I didn't like him. I just
You
said I
said you
don't
don't like
know
that
him.
motherfucker, and when you say motherfucker, that means you
I
don't
call
like him.
everybody motherfucker. You should see the dudes. You should see my veteran buddies that I serve with. It's like, hey motherfucker, hey good night motherfucker, how you doing motherfucker? You sick? You get well, motherfucker. We always say it. That's just
Okay.
normal.
Okay.
It's a part of the conversation.
But
brother.
I it's kind of hard because we've had some conversations about people that I know you're not fond of, and it's MNF.
Yeah, it's usually another word with the MF.
Yeah, that's true too. There you go. I'll remember that. Right.
Yeah.
And it was P3. P Walker
Oh.
said, "There's too much TV. Learn and train, folks, and this is real, and it is
Yeah.
because when you don't have the background and you don't do the training, you're going to do that in real life. So you may think you're gonna buck up when it's time, but you're not. You're just not. You're not
Yeah.
going to turn it off in the proper. You're going to point it at somebody that doesn't need to be pointed at. It's going to happen because in your mind, I need to illuminate my target. So if you're going to illuminate your target, that means that you're pointing a gun, hopefully loaded, at somebody. Now think about those people. Those people who walk around with nothing in the chamber. They point a gun at somebody. Now it's a threat. Then you got a racket.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you got to think about these things
Movies.
down the road. Listen to the FUDs, man. Listen to the FUDs. Sometimes they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, one round per second. I'm not with that, but in this case, you know, it makes sense. And he didn't say useless, right? That first word he said is overrated because people think that they're shield. People think you put it on and now you become SWAT.
Yeah.
And you go buy a three. As long as the flashlight is over $150, you can be on the SWAT team.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like.
Everybody's got them. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got flashlights on them.
Multiples.
And I just look and I don't even say anything anymore. I just shake my head and it's like, oh my
dude,
God.
I've seen people with holsters for flashlights don't have the flashlight on the holster and wonder why it won't fit.
It's not fitting.
Why the holster doesn't work properly. Why it's wiggling inside the holster.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything.
That's one of those main things that's a problem when it comes to people coming to the store is not having a holster that will fit a flashlight.
Right. Imagine when they buy the cheap ones and nobody's making molds for.
Then they wanted it's like $16, and I'm like, you're not going to get a holster at $16 to accommodate a flashlight for a SAR 9 meter or a B6.
Do you guys have holsters for SARs?
I got something for it, but it's not. It's not made for it. Not made for it specifically. No.
I would say if you had that, then you're very
Canics. No.
Right. Only holsters I've ever seen for Canics are either custom or the one that comes in a little package, that little piece of plastic they call a holster. That was like the Glock holsters of the 80s. See, Omar probably don't remember that, but Al, you probably do. But Glock used to give out a holster too. Back
I had a G.I. Joe.
First generation.
I had a G.I. Joe that had one of those. That had the holster for the Glock.
For the Glock. Yeah. It was probably excess plastic that they had, and they just threw it in the box to go along.
Yeah, but that is something to think about. Then if you buy a flashlight, because everybody cheap, they're probably buying them off of Amazon. Most of these cats, and so they're throwing them on a gun. Then they taking great pictures of them. I mean, you can go, like I said, you go on Reddit, and you see tons of pictures of these guys with the flashlights. But you don't see the holsters. So I just need to start asking about, do you have a holster with that? You know what I'm saying? And just embarrass them. Right. And because you gotta
be one of those fit-all holsters.
Yeah, it'd probably be a fit-all holster. And so they'll go with the compensator, the flashlight that sticks out past the muzzle. And then and you know the reason why they do that, right? They do that because the residue, if it's behind the muzzle, the residue gets on the flashlight lens and soils it to make it black, so you actually won't see. So when they put them past the muzzle, it won't do that. And then they put the armor on there. Then some of these guys have put the extendo magazines on there.
And the
So
laser.
now you got
The beam.
all
I'm sorry,
this.
the beam.
Yeah,
You got that beam twin.
and also
Oh
and
my!
they guys
Oh
are
my god!
they're buying who makes the flashlight
Oh, that hurt.
red dot. It's a flashlight red dot combination. That's what the lot of the
Crimson Trace.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no,
They're
the
buying
other
that
one.
too.
The other one.
Yeah.
Sightmark.
Mm-hmm.
Sightmark.
Sightmark does
There's
it
a
too.
red dot and a laser on the side of it. They come in green or red. Your choice.
Okay, here we go. WK said
Oh no.
Cost
Oh.
Dewey.
Course Day, he's being funny right now, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
don't
Because
make
they
hostess.
don't make hostess in Turkey.
He's
Camel hide
speaking.
Camel hide
Oh, he's
tough to
speaking
make
in
hostess.
he's speaking in slang. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just
He's multilingual.
yeah, he can speak. That's what was that language they came out with in
Don't you even say it.
the 70s and the 80s?
Pig
It
Latin.
wasn't. No, it
No,
was.
he's not.
He's gonna
They
say
were
Ebonics.
teaching
No, he's
in
gonna say
school.
He's gonna say
It was
Ebonics.
the zip. It was the zip language or something. Remember how they came out with the double Dutch and the guy was like the zip zop zip. And
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah.
I do
It was
remember
like a new version of Jive. They started teaching that in school. You know what I'm saying? It was a curriculum course. Ebonics. There it is. Ebonics.
I said that 3 minutes ago.
I know. I was gonna say. I knew he was gonna go there.
It took a lady for him to recognize.
I can't hear you. I
Jesus
can't hear you
Christ.
now.
I'm talking up this night.
Pig Latin.
Yeah,
No, it was
said too. I
Ebonics.
don't-
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
Ebonics.
Ebonics. Right.
Yeah, Ebonics. That was a required course when I was in the 5th grade, and you had to learn
California's
that.
progressive, bro. So
You
I mean,
had to learn that. And the funny part about it, the white teachers knew it more than anybody.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So they would talk to you in Ebonics, and I would like look at them like, "What the hell you just say? You need to learn this. You need to learn." I said, "I don't want to learn this." You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. Ebonics.
man.
That's a part of your culture. You need to learn Ebonics. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All that.
Yeah. But flashlights are ridiculous.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no
Absolutely.
purpose for them.
Well, you say no purpose, but I think there is. Like you said,
There's a purpose.
Law
civilians,
enforcement.
it's overrated for civilians.
Law
I think
enforcement.
anyone that's in a job position that they have to go search an area. They have
Right.
to. Cops have to go.
Even Special Operation Delta Force. I've been watching a lot of their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They do not use flashlights because they've got night vision on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a SOP no for them to go into white light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
If you got white light, it don't make sense to have night vision on.
no.
Right.
So it's like, come on, people. I mean, it's like, dude, some of you guys are just ridiculous. You guys are going out buying plate carriers, knee pads, boots, camouflage underwear. You got the helmets, you got the earmuffs, and you guys have never worn that stuff for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're putting it all on your guns. Matter of fact, a friend of mine showed me it was a training. They were doing a rifle training course. The one of the guys, he had so much gear on, dude. It looked like if he leaned to the wrong direction, he would have fell over. The guy had a backpack. He had leg straps. I mean, he had so much stuff on, man. I was just like, come on, dude.
Right.
You guys ain't ran with that stuff. And he was overweight. He was overweight. You know what I'm saying?
It's what
That's
you
usually
said. We
usually
talked
the
about. We touched it a little while ago in reference to experiences. You can't knock the experiences, right? I believe Hackathon was SWAT and law enforcement, civilian side. I don't know if he was in the army, but the other guy, Paul, yeah, that guy, he was in the military and
Right.
both, and he was talking about his experiences. And it's experiences like actually doing it. And you said this earlier when we were off air. They're not even listening to guys that are been downrange, so to speak.
No.
Guys that like been down there for extended stays, not just go take a peek and run away, but guys that been down there for long periods of time, and they're not listening to them.
They're arguing with ex-Delta Force guys. They're arguing with Special Forces guys. and it's not making any sense. How can you argue with those guys? And these guys really done the job.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
their favorite YouTuber or their favorite YouTube instructor said, "Go buy this flashlight because I recommend it."
Yep.
And they went and did it, and they feel emboldened. And it's almost this is glad, I'm glad we hit this point. This is the same thing that's happening in the country today when it comes to red and blue teams, right? If you don't agree with me, we can't be friends. That's what it's come down to. So,
Right.
and if you don't agree with me, I'm going to continue to badger you until you do agree with me, Benson. You're gonna take away from me.
I called somebody's name out.
You're gonna take away all the
Right.
experiences and the things that I've done in the past that you weren't there for.
Right.
And tell me that I need to go ahead and grab a flashlight on my gun.
Right.
And then at that point, then you hit him with the underneath and say, well, all the national instructors say, all the big anything.
Right.
Don't do anything. You know,
Right.
at this point, and I don't mind if somebody wants to have a flashlight on their gun. Go ahead, I'll help you with it because the thing that you were talking about, Al, if you get a lot of residue on the front lens, take some chapstick and put it on the front and then keep it off. Then
No, see, Al, no.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm telling you, I tried them. I tried them out.
Yep.
It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
Right.
I was leaving the light on, but I go in the host and look down and go. Tch.
And so when you put some chapstick on your lip, go ahead and put on your flashlight.
Put it on the flashlight, and it'll keep it off.
Yep. Chap your flashlight lips.
That's right. Keep your flashlight lens moist.
I've used the thin gun cleaning oil. Put on
Oh,
Yeah.
use a
you can buy silicone
swab.
spray on. You can buy the silicone spray on there too. It'll work. Yeah, he said not the camouflage underwear. P3, you know these guys got camouflage underwear, and but here's a story for you, P3. I know you've done it. I know I've done it. I remember how in the barracks that they used to come down and you hang your underwear on the clothes on the door, and the people will come, the laundry service will come get your stuff, and they'll take it back, right? So what I used to do, I used to put a note in somebody's when they put their underwear or their clothes in their bag, I say put a note in there, say heavy starch on their underwear.
Oh, damn.
Asshole.
Yes.
Look at it back. It had heavy starch in the underwear. Yep.
And
702. Yep. Stop
he
hating
knows
on
the
camo
deal
underwear.
too.
Yeah. So
He knows.
yeah.
It seemed like we got real defensive there. A couple of guys with the camouflage underwear. They're like, hey, he must be looking in my window again.
Oh my God.
And I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind people with using the flashlights if that's what you do. Even civilians, right? Practice with it. Practice with it to the point where you turn it on and off exactly when you need it on and off. The other one, that strobe thing. When did that come in effect? When does that come into effect? When are you going to turn the strobe on? All these flashlights have it. I bought one. It's a stream light, and it has you can do a reduced light, you can do maximum, and then there's a strobe on it. What the hell is a strobe? It's fun. I play with my son with it. I flash it in the room, and we move around and do a robot. That's fun.
Until you get sick.
Right, exactly. Until my epilepsy kicks in. But other than that, I mean, when are you going to use that strobe?
Right. It's supposed to be a distress signal when you point out for helicopters or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're using this in tactics, bro. Look at some of these videos. There's guys that tell you to turn it on the same way we were talking about blinding light. Turn that on in somebody's face, and it's going to disorient them. There's even one that says that it'll make somebody sick. I don't know how long do you have to hold this flashlight? At this point, it sounds like torture. How long do you have to hold the flashlight on the person in order for them to become sick?
Yeah.
Sorry
That's what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
There's all kind of devices. But the thing is, how do they work in practicality? Right? That's the key.
That's definitely the
laughing.
key.
He on your.
Oh yeah, I think he's done it before. He's laughing.
Of course. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let the smooth face fool you, man. That dude, he's been around.
Yeah. And he was a bat boy, so yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Yeah, but yeah, I still don't own a flashlight on my gun. I have a lot of guns, at least 3. And
I'll leave it alone, bro.
but I don't own any flashlight for my firearms. Now I have 2 Surefire flashlights that's sitting on the wall, and I've never put them on or used them. And I think I put them on my 5.7 to take some pictures, and that was about it. But other than that, I take the damn thing off because number one, I don't feel like going out and buying a holster for it because I can only use that holster for that flashlight. And if that flashlight breaks or go down, I can't find another one exactly like it.
Right.
Then that holster is no good.
But what about that? The what do you call it? The night table gun. Do you have a flashlight on that one?
Night table gun? No, my night table gun has no flashlight.
Oh, okay, but you have a flashlight nearby.
Yeah, but I won't grab it. What's gonna be in my hand is an extra magazine. Yeah, and the gun, not the flashlight. That's the last thing I think about is flashlight. It's the gun, extra magazine. That's what I need. So that gives me an equivalent of 28 rounds until I can make it downstairs and resupply.
Oh, Jesus Christmas! At that point, the grenades are probably gonna be.
Look who showed up, Mike Smith.
It's this.
What's up, Mike Smith?
How you doing,
man?
If you make it down the stairs and there's still time to play, I think there's going to be a big explosion at that point.
Yeah, or it depends on how much time I have. You know what I'm saying?
As you always say, you're not going to know.
No, I'm not.
You might as well go big. You don't know what's coming next.
Yeah, it depends on how I wake up. Now, if I wake up, you know, like that, I'm gonna grab something vicious. You know what I'm saying? I got some vicious stuff next to me too. So you know, and you know, and the wife knows what to do. We have a plan here at the house.
See?
So
right. That's the key. That's the
Yeah.
key. Same thing with the what's the name? Thank you, Mike, for that one.
Love the show. Thank you, Mike.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, you got it? Oh,
Same
okay.
time. There you go.
Okay, cool. Love the show. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
you,
We
brother.
love your little training videos, man. They're exciting. We got to bring you back on the show too.
Yeah, and if anybody that doesn't know, Mike Smith, it's what's his name? What's his? You know it, Elma, off the top of your head?
Mike Smith.
Mike, tell me what your page is name. I know how to get there. I just don't
Put
know.
your Instagram in the thing, Mike.
Pops up.
Yeah. And
What happens when you get old? Oh, you should know this already. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. P. Walker. Make them pay for it.
By
Wake
waking me up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
yeah. See, I wake up a little different from everybody else.
Why? Would you just because your feet hang upside down?
No,
Fucking
I can wake up
vampire.
in a running posture. You know what I'm saying? So where I can wake up, my mind completely is alert. You know what I'm saying? If I'm startled.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely functional, and I know what I'm doing. I'm not hazed. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm doing. I know what I need to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So WK.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh yeah, we get it. WK got 1.9 PCC with the flashlight used in the lights out course fire with the rifle matches. Never using my pistol. Yeah, you know, with that course of fire, WK, I used to have to tape a flashlight onto my rifle
I can see you
because I
doing that,
never
too.
had mounts. So I would actually bring some tape and I tape it onto the gun, and so I make it work, or I would just hold it on with the gun with my hand because I never had a mount for it. You know what I'm saying? It was
On that same note, we shotguns, law enforcement, literally had handheld flashlights and used a shotgun at the same time. Shotgun, long guns.
Yeah.
On the bringing it up and holding it on the side. It is the same thing. And then most times, nobody ever did that. You had to do it during qualification. It was part of the qualification course at nighttime. But during the day, nobody ever used it.
Right.
Even at night, even on the street, nobody used that because
And-
you're in an urban area. It's always lit, whether it's apartment complex lights or street lights. You always had something.
And in the military, when we just do mount clearing, we didn't have flashlights on M16 A2s. What was it? A2? Let me go back. A1, A2, A3, M16 A3. And so what we used to do, we used to tie the Army used to issue us flashlights, so we used to get some 100-mile-an-hour tape and tape them to the guns.
Mm-hmm. Was that those square? Those ones with the
Chicken wire's pretty good too.
The one with the 90-degree bend?
No. That was way. They got rid of those. That was the
Oh.
lieutenant's lights.
Yeah.
We always had lieutenants come out in the field with those lights on, and those lights. If you wore those lights like that,
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to take some 100-mile-an-hour tape and tape it across until you had a little small hole,
Right.
and that's how you use that light.
Okay.
Yeah, if you was on a patrol. But a lot of these lieutenants, they would have come out there with a big ass flashlight sitting up there on that thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you grab them like, take that off, take this off, take that off. You know what I'm saying? To re-gear them. Mike Smith, thanks, brother. And Mike's Instagram is K Mike.
No, seven.
Oh,
Mike.
seven.
I
Yeah.
knew it was a
Seven,
number.
Mike.
I almost said
That's
6.
the thing. I
Mike
couldn't remember the
E.
number.
Smith. That's his Instagram. You guys follow him on Instagram.
No,
He does
Mike.
some pretty good stuff.
Yep.
And he's a real good guy.
Always
And,
keep your mind open too.
Yeah. True old school light in hand. Yes.
Mhm.
In
Yeah.
hand.
I still use light in hand. I'm that's what I'm comfortable with. And I know you, Mike, you got a light on your gun.
Mhm.
And but I know you use it. I see how you've shown how you use it.
Right.
And,
And then, again, but Mike's a person that's out there training and
Yeah.
practicing on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Right? So if that's what you do, keep going. But if you are, and if you hear this and you're looking and you want to come jump on us because we're saying it this way, then prove it. Prove
Right.
it. Prove it
And
to
I'm
yourself.
gonna-
You ain't gonna prove it to me. I'm not gonna be there. You
Right.
are. So if a flashlight makes you feel more powerful and ready to go, then put 3 flashlights on it. I don't give a damn.
Yep.
My thing is, I know when I see people who are good people,
3 of 'em.
guys that show up to courses, they're good guys, and I tell them when it's on, use it. When you're on the target, use it. When you're down in holster, turn it off. That's all I say. And I walk
Right.
away and leave it. And
I
don't
think that
sit
we need to
around.
make that a mandatory requirement now.
It does, and every
And
class I've done it.
you come
and it's
out
like,
with a flashlight,
Yep.
you're gonna have to use it from now on.
use it. And then
Yeah.
remember the guy, the last one we didn't do it to him, but he was saying that he does the practice. Jippy,
I don't know.
you know him, man. If I really pointed him out, then you're gonna be looking at me like
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know.
The go between to your
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about now?
Oh yeah, Jeff. Yeah.
No, his last name started Jippy.
Don't worry about it now.
Anyway, he came out and he was trying to explain to me how the necessity of having a flashlight on every gun that he has it on his PCC, his carbine, and his pistol.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's good. And I couldn't give him a body.
Oh, I know
just
what you're
kept-
talking about.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
kept going on.
Yeah.
And, yep. Oh, that's good. And he's like, so what do you got? None. I said, I
Right.
have a flashlight that I carry in my pocket, and I said on some of my belts I have a holster from old days that I could throw the flashlight on if I have to go out at night. And he was dumbfounded. It was almost like I could see this is the last time I'm going to see this guy because he was
Right.
like, okay, like I thought you guys were wealth of
He was thinking to
knowledge.
himself, "This guy's a bastard. He don't know what he's doing.
Exactly.
He's
And-
gonna get
and that's
himself
the thing.
killed."
Yep. And
Right.
that's the thing, what you just said. And that's what my guy was alluding to, that this is a modern times and this is technology that's moved forward, and we're still stuck in a time going by. And it's not. It's the experience that you have that you succeed in, right? I'm still here. I succeeded in those experiences and use it. You continue. You go with what works for you. If a 4,000 lumen 35 incandescent light works for you, then go for it.
Yeah.
But you can't force that on everybody else. I'm
Right.
not going to listen to your rhetoric when it comes to who you want to vote for or any of that stuff. It's the same thing. We're now finding ways to divide ourselves. And instead of, you know what, Hackathon has a point. Some points are good, some are not. Go on YouTube and look at all the response videos to that. It got all these guys butthurt.
Yeah.
Because and all those guys, if you look deep into their little credit, they have somewhere where they're endorsing some flashlight, one or the other.
Especially that fucking Lenore fuck. You know, he's endorsed every goddamn thing on the internet. You know, no
You mean
gun to
Colin-
him is bad.
Colin Noah?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, yeah.
Coleon.
No gun is bad for him. You know, every gun he shoots, one of the best guns I ever shot. You know,
That's
it's
why
like,
I don't
get
watch
the
his
hell out
stuff.
of here, dude. No, I don't watch him either. I don't even follow him.
He made
You
a
know?
response to Ken Hackathon too, and as a big name guy, I guess. But I applaud him for what he's done. But we could do a show on that next time.
Yeah,
Talk
and the
about
guy's he's still an undercover liberal. Get the
Mhm.
hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's all he is. Eats, drinks it, shits it,
Oh,
you know,
jeez.
and probably wear camouflage underwear. And with that, thank you guys for watching the show. Another great night. And
We didn't
this
say
is
it
our
tonight.
last night on
Yeah.
Sunday night. We're going
Mhm.
to Saturdays until July. So you're going to have to catch us over there. If you can't, just watch the re-air. And oh, yeah, don't forget April 21st. If you haven't signed up, sign up. Come on out and shoot with us. And we're going to run you through some paces.
Yep. Last point. Do that one. Do that one. He's right, because this is what we were talking about. Exactly. Classic example. We're
Okay,
talking
hold
about.
on.
I got it.
Okay, you got it?
Classic. Yep. Classic example we're talking about. When I'm working, I have both on gun and in hand. Right. That's the key. That
Yeah.
when he's working, right. And there's a guy that he's out there doing the
Experience.
job.
He's
right?
got it. That's the only thing we can say is he got experience.
Yeah, I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah.
And he has experience, and he's out there doing the job, right? So when he's out there, he has both. So if he has to identify a threat, you flash it with the handheld, and then you come back with the one on the gun.
Right. Yeah, he's in a whole different ball game from everybody
Exactly.
else. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
now
what I'm
that's
saying?
not a regular citizen. That's what Ken Hackathon was saying. He's not.
No.
He's saying the average citizen doesn't need a weapon mounted light. That's what he said.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He's in a different,
But all the wannabe cool guys and all the wannabe SWAT guys, until, like I said, until you get locked up by a police officer, then you don't like them no more. All those guys, all those guys, they want
And
to be
it doesn't take much to get a Class B felony and then lose your gun rights. Once you get it, you're not getting it back. It's gone.
Yep.
What, Mike said something else.
Yeah, his last one, Mike. He said, and I don't either. He loves whoever's paying. Exactly.
That's right.
Yep.
You don't get into it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. And that's the key is that, but people who are doing the job, and that's what my man said. So it was taken out of context in so many ways just because he's an older guy. Because he said the average citizen, EDC, does not need a flashlight, and it's overrated. That's his point. Read it, listen to it again.
Right.
Yep. So if you don't believe it, listen to it again.
Answer down. Oh, what's going on here? Just rewatch the show because we're about to end it. You'll see it. Play it back and salute from Holland.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank
All the
you
way
for
from
popping in,
Holland.
man.
Appreciate. Yeah. Hey, subscribe to the show, man, and watch some of the channels. Look at some of our old shows and rewatch the show back.
Yep.
You'll see what's going on.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
Yeah. And thank you guys who subscribed. We just got another couple of subscribers today on YouTube, and we need to get some more on Rumble. And appreciate that. We're on Rumble and YouTube. Like, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, talk about the channel. You got questions, ask them in after the show. If you guys want us to talk about a subject, put it in the last show, and we'll see it and we'll bring it up and we'll talk about it. And we'll go from there. What you got? Let's have Omar go first this time. What you got, Omar?
Keep shooting.
So profound, that guy over there is.
That's
So
why I was
profound.
laughing before he said it.
Coming all the way from the south of Georgia, middle South Georgia. Keep shooting. Wow. I love you, man. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. I had to get you to smile.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, what you got? Oh, P Walker straight. All right, thank you guys. And Al, what you got?
Hey man, defend the second. That's all we got. We got to pass it down to the next generation.
Yep. All right. See you on the range, guys.
Peace.